So there is this say, I forget who said it, could have been Anthony Sassano, which is that Bitcoin is the idea and Ethereum is the execution. And one of the things that Hall said, 13 years ago, was that he was looking into ways to make Bitcoin, more energy efficient.
You're talking about Hal Finney.
Yeah, exactly. And it's widely thought, that Hal Finney could be Satoshi. And I personally believe that is the most likely candidate. And here we are 13 years later after Hal Finney kind of wrote this. We now have basically a more secure version of Ethereum, which doesn't consume nearly as much electricity. It consumes roughly 5,000 times less than Bitcoin.
And I'm sure you're aware that also recently in Bitcoin, there's been this interesting trend where a number of previously hardcore Bitcoiners have kind of come out against Bitcoin maximalism. And I wondered, now that ETH will likely be deflationary, what do you think happens to Bitcoin's narrative as digital gold?
Right. So from a cultural standpoint, what I think is happening is that the Bitcoin maximalists are becoming more and more extreme in their maximalism. And the Ethereans are just staying very, very open, which they have been since the very beginning. We have a culture of openness and welcoming. And so what's happening is that everyone in the middle is kind of gradually moving away. So I started, Vitalik started as a Bitcoiner and he moved away. I started as a Bitcoiner, I moved away. And now we're kind of moving through the spectrum of kind of maximalism, and the one by one, there's a brain drain towards Ethereum and away from Bitcoin. Now, I think that Bitcoin was an amazing, experiment for the world, and it kind of showed us the way in terms of getting bootstrapped and with key ideas for settlement layers. But I really do believe that moving forward, Ethereum will be the settlement layer for the Internet of Value, and that looking back, a century into the future, Bitcoin might not have been, the success that it could have been had the culture been slightly different.
If you enjoyed this clip, watch the full episode, available now on Unchained.